Hello everybody, Venom laying here, and I'm kinda mad, not gonna lie, kinda mad right now. So I think when this episode will go live, I will have my first Titanfall 2 video out. If I look at my schedule right now. Yes, it probably came out yesterday. I hope so, because I just now tried to record it and I can't get 60 FPS on the recording footage. I can run the game 144 FPS on my computer, but like when I look at OBS and the files that I've recorded, it runs at like 15 FPS, which like what? And I don't really have the time to delve into shit right now because I'm about to go on a date, so I don't have like countless hours to lose today. But you know, I dressed up, I shaved, I made my hair, so I'm gonna record, god damn it. I will start the Halo 5 playthrough very soon. I asked you guys, hey, do I react to Reach stuff or do I start with Halo 5? The vast majority of you chose Halo 5, but I had forgotten to react to the Halo 4 terminals, so I will do so today, and next time we are starting Halo 5. Very exciting. All right, so let's start with all those terminals. They're gonna dive into the backstory of the Didact and the Librarian, which is good because I did not catch a lot of that. And on that note, guys, let's go. Is that the Infinity? I think so, right? Also, the quality is kind of low. It's the best video I was able to find, so, you know, whatever.
Our enemies move deeper into our territory with abandon. They must be eradicated.
That's the Librarian?
Shall we take revenge? Abandon the mantle and all that its philosophy has given us these 1,000 generations?
All our plans have been torn asunder.
More reason not to abandon our beliefs. The mantle is our guidepost in times such as these. We must not falter in following its teachings. The enemy must be sent home and taught to stand with the galaxy rather than rail against us and take what they desire. The mantle shelters all.
The mantle.
Didact, you make a fair, if uncomfortable, point. You have my support. Librarian, will you likewise follow the mantle as the Didact suggests?
Yes, Master Builder.
Interesting. So the enemies that they are mentioning here are probably the humans, right? So that's probably from the time way back when humans and Forerunners were living together. Oh, also guys, I forgot to mention it in my intro. A lot of you guys have been mentioning that I should react to Halo Nightfall. I looked it up and it's a live action movie. It's gonna be the same type of stuff as Halo Forward Unto Dawn, and it's kind of tricky for me to put that content on YouTube because it gets flagged and I get copyright strikes. And Forward Unto Dawn, I was able to record a video and put it on my channel. However, like for more than half of you guys, you weren't able to see it because it was blocked in the US. I will not be reacting to Halo Nightfall, unfortunately. I would if I wasn't fearing like copyright things, but like since it's a movie, like it has the rights and everything, it's not really the type of content I can react to on YouTube. So that's sad, but I won't react to it. Sorry.
You're not angry at me.
We had this discussion a century ago.
Ah, so you are angry at me.
That's a long time ago.
In chambers, yes. But not now. You'll depart for Requiem soon?
At dawn, my Prometheans are already there.
Already there.
Okay.
You knew the Master Builder would side with you.
Should we step back inside the council chamber?
Are they lovers?
No. I would rather we spend our night out here. There will be fighting enough in the days ahead.
Okay. Interesting.
My love, put fear from your heart.
War is your realm, Didact, not mine. And you march to this war, facing foes that while always aggressive, were never so aggressive as they are now.
Your fears are unfounded. The enemy will be turned, and I shall stand by your side once more.
Promise me that.
I promise you. Nothing will stand between us.
Okay. That's... Yeah, that... All weird stuff here, right? Because, like... It's weird because I just played a game with these two characters in them, right? The Didact and the Librarian are in Halo 4. However, I kind of feel like I didn't get the chance to know these characters in the actual game. Like, the Didact is just a guy that comes in and is like, ooh, he manipulates Master Chief, makes him fly around the room a couple of times, and then you press A to defeat him at the end of the game. So, yeah, it's kind of weird to see him... I don't know, to see his character a bit, I guess. I don't know. And the Librarian too, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know what's really going on here. There's a lot of words that they use, also like the mantle and like the master builder. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? I'm kind of lost. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of lost right now.
Lord of Admirals, we are in position over the Forerunner planet. Show me.
Are those old humans? Probably, right? They look human.
2 billion. Forerunner ships on alert and inbound.
Is it possible? Have we gotten ahead of it?
Flood infestation detected, my lord.
Damn it!
My lord, the infestation is in a remote locale. Perhaps if we warn the Forerunners?
If we warn them, we give the flood time to spread. You know we have no choice. Cleanse the planet.
Oh, the flood. Yep. Cleanse. You mean shoot a big-ass laser right in there? Sure. Cleanse sounds more palatable a bit, right?
Threaten the galaxy, yet we have treated them as the mantle required. Their punishment is just.
Justice is reducing their genetics in such short generations from a spacefaring race to... this?
They are closer now to the animals they behaved as.
If not for their encounter with the Flood, their gene plan could have surpassed our own.
Oh.
Could have someday held the mantle of responsibility.
Mantle of responsibility.
Protect others. The mantle of responsibility for all things is ours, and ours alone.
Yes, the mantle is ours.
Okay, so I'm assuming that is something along the lines of like the moral responsibility of guiding life or allowing life to grow in the natural order of things, right? It sounds like the type of things that could be. Interesting. Also a pretty nice concept, right? A lot of like space-themed universe have kind of like that train of thought a bit. Like I know like I think it's in Star Ocean, right? They have an order to never like interact with civilizations that are growing, evolving, not to mess with their growth, you know? So it makes me think of that a bit. Interesting.
And we hold it so tight that even in death we shall hold it still.
Ooh, that's bad. That was the Flood.
Lord of Admirals, so very many years have we battled. My finest opponents. The mantle accepts all who live fiercely, who defend their young.
Oh my god, who's that? Forerunners?
And grow.
They looked kinda nice.
Those who dominate, as humans have dominated, cruelly, and without wisdom. But for all of us, there is a time like this.
Oh, were they the old humans? Huh.
And for you, that time is now. Know this, relentless enemy, killer of our children, Lord of Admirals.
Okay. That's a bit much.
Soon we will face the enemy you have faced.
The flood.
And we are afraid.
Okay, so interesting. The humans seem to have met the flood before the Forerunners, because when the Librarian and the Didact were pointing at the humans, being like, oh, look how primitive they are, the humans reached that point following their skirmish with the flood, right? Interesting.
My life workers are investigating, but I believe the humans were never attacking us.
Tell that to the millions of dead.
The humans were acting as caretakers, pruning away planets so that this infection would not spread.
They took the mantle of responsibility upon themselves. And in so doing, they brought this sickness to our shores.
Husband.
The Flood cover more of our galaxy with each passing day. They feast on the essence itself. The only way to stop their advance is to remove that life upon which they feast.
Okay, the audio was weird for a couple of minutes there. I don't know if it's my headphones or the video. So if you guys noticed that, sorry, it's probably the video.
My life workers have made plans for the reseeding of humanity and of all life after the halos are fired.
So you agree the halos are our only solution?
I do.
And your husband?
My husband has a different opinion of what steps to take against the flood.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, what was his plan? Right? Because I still don't know.
Did it work?
Which is kind of crazy.
Run the simulation. The procedure is a failure. I am still susceptible to flood infection.
That leaves only the composer.
It will not work on my new
Right.
form.
Then you will lead us, as always.
You would submit to such sacrifice.
Didact, if the composer is our final hope to defeat the flood, no Promethean would resist.
I have led you.
No Promethean would... I'm really confused. That lore, it makes sense for you guys because you are fans of the lore and you probably know all this stuff. But I am very confused here. And when he says the Promethean... what did he just say?
If the composer is our final hope to defeat the flood, no Promethean would resist.
If the composer is our only option, no Promethean would object. Aren't Prometheans created from the composer? That sentence really confuses me.
I have led you, my Prometheans, for thousands of years.
Okay.
And I shall continue to lead you. Rise! Rise! And protect the Forerunners!
Right, but those are humans created from the composer, right?
The galaxy!
So that was his plan, to rise an army against the Flood. Right? Prometheans going in a fight against the Flood, alright. That's pretty cool.
The Flood is still too strong. Perhaps if I had greater numbers.
And the Prometheans are robotic enemies, right? So they would be immune against the Flood. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So he will...
Your kind brought the Flood to our shores. Now you will aid in ending its threat.
He's turning them into Prometheus. Yes, that's a composer. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm starting to do... Okay, starting to make sense a bit. I was lost for a while there.
They were to be safe here. I ensured they would rise once more, better than before.
Your pets have a nobler purpose ahead of them.
You do not face me in person after your deceit.
I have an army to build from the raw materials harvested this day. The citizens of this Halo are my first conscripts, and with them in my thrall, the Flood will meet its defeat.
It's actually not a bad plan.
Humanity's loss of biological form will serve as final payment for their crimes. It is a kindness they do not deserve.
What will be done?
Move the other humans to safety. Ensure the security of their index samples. They must finish what we have failed to do.
Librarian, where are you going?
To stop my husband's madness.
Okay, so the Librarian's plan is to keep humanity safe, tucked away on some planet, in order to give them the time to grow, surpass the Forerunners, and figure out their own way to end the threat of the Flood. Right? That's our plan. That makes sense. Whilst the Didact's plan is to actually use the humans who he blames for the appearance of the Flood in the first place, use them, transform them into robotic Prometheans that will then be, immune to the Flood because they are not made of organic tissue, and use the Prometheans to kill the Flood. Did I get that right? I think so. Makes sense.
My dear husband, I know your crimes, and I have found forgiveness. I know your reasons. I understand them. I know you, perhaps better than you could ever hope to know yourself.
She gotta shoot him?
Forgive my transgressions.
Oh, god damn. Yup, she did.
Myself. All I have done.
Jesus.
I have
Okay.
done for the greater good.
She killed him as easily as we players did in Halo 4. The Didact sucks, dude. He can't fight for shit.
Our time as the galaxy's caretakers is past. The Flood have overrun us. In the days to come, the Halo rings will fire, eradicating the Flood and all other life for a time. I have worked hard to index all species in known space. When the time comes, these indexes will open, and once more the galaxy will breathe and grow. Blood will pump, life will claw its way out of the oceans and through the mud. Babes will be born and grow old under the warmth of 1,000 suns.
That makes a lot of sense. And that's what ends up happening, right? How does he survive, though?
Civilizations will rise in our stead, and our job as caretakers will at last bear fruit. Until then, I leave you here, my love.
Okay.
The only living thing in this galaxy, sealed safely away.
Why does she do that, though?
Ages ahead of you, in meditation on your choices. When you wake, you will find the humans. I have ensured that they will grow strong and vibrant. They will be our rightful heirs. Their gene plan dictates that the galaxy will be theirs to care for by then. I beg of you, find the strength to help them learn from our mistakes.
Okay.
And my husband, let them teach you as well. Please.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, she has a relation with him, right? So it makes sense that she lets him live. Okay. All right, pretty cool videos. Made me understand the relationship between the librarian and the Didact more. Which is good. Kind of pointless, though, because as you guys told me, the Didact is completely dropped from now on. So, you know, I don't know what 343 had in plans for him, but like, he was such an hated character, I guess, that they just dropped him. All right, guys, so I'm done here. Halo 5 very soon, so get hyped for that. And on that note, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.